I can't decide who's going to go in this year. I mean, it's so many close matches.
That stipulation with Kevin. What's this?
Jesus Christ, what the hell is this? It's like... You trying to marry me or something? What's all this?
It's going... It's in the door.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on?
Merry Mania!
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Prediction League videos with myself, Daragh Maher. Of course, always joined by Dave Cullen and our special guest for the week, Mr. J Money.
Worldwide, baby.
How are you, sir?
Always fabulous. There is no off position on the J Money switch. I'm here, I am feeling good, and it's Mania week, baby, so everybody's having a good time.
Indeed it is.
Excellent. We are busy time, but very fun.
Very busy time, like so. So how's things now in the J Money Corporation or every way?
J Money Incorporated, business is booming. Thank you for asking. Not sure if you may have heard, but J Money has a title match coming up. J Money won the Battle Royal at Fight Factory Pro Wrestling's episode 4 in East Wall. Thank you. That is much appreciated. Money won the Rumble, baby. Money won the Rumble. So at episode 6, J Money is going to be in a 6-person tag elimination match for that Irish Junior Heavyweight Championship. And let me tell you, the future is bright.
Indeed it is.
Future is bright. I think I'd look great in gold.
I think you will. Green and gold, like so.
It just fits, you know. I've got to diversify my portfolio. I'm carrying a lot of cash right now. I want some solid assets.
Absolutely, so sounds interesting. But of course, we're going to talk about WrestleMania weekends coming up, and we're first going to start our predictions with the NXT TakeOver New Orleans. And of course, we have a lot of matches for that, don't we? So
we do. In total, over the whole weekend, there's 18 matches to predict. So a lot of chance for points, especially for this weekend. We're doing double points for our championship matches, both for TakeOver and for WrestleMania. So, like Dave said, we're going to start with TakeOver, and we're going to start with the probably the hottest feud in WWE right now.
Okay.
That's my own personal opinion. You're up to your own. It's Johnny Gargano against Tommaso Ciampa in an unsanctioned match. And there is some stipulations to this match as well, because if Tommaso Ciampa wins, Johnny Gargano is banned from NXT for life. And, of course, if Gargano wins, he's reinstated to NXT. As is tradition with the show and all our prediction videos, J Money,
Guess goes first?
You get to pick.
Guess always goes first.
Your winner first.
Look, nothing would make me happier than if that flatty face turned into a smiley face for Johnny Wrestling. But, I don't know. I feel like we've got one guy who's real rested and one guy who has been beat to hell over a long period of time. So, I don't know. I can't see anyone but Blackheart getting it one way or another. I don't think he's going clean, but I think he's getting there.
Yeah. I would agree. I think that obviously it's his first match since that knee injury. He's got that Stone Cold Steve Austin look with that knee brace on, which I really like too.
Don't forget about the bald head.
And the bald head.
Key component.
All he needs is a few cans being thrown at his way, and if he wins, you'll probably get that by the fans anyway.
Session Martina will be in New Orleans, so let's not rule it out.
I think that it's obviously time for Johnny Gargano to move up, whether that's 205 Live or that's the main roster. We'll find out the night after WrestleMania.
Damn, I hope it's not 205 Live.
Well, the way it's going at the moment and the way it's being run, I think it's not the worst thing in the world.
It's probably the best thing WWE have to show right now.
It is getting better.
It's getting better since Triple H took over. So it's like an NXT for everyone under 205. So I agree. I think it's going to be... This is probably going to be the match of the weekend for me, I'm thinking. It's going to probably be bloody. There's going to be a lot of unbelievable spots where you're going to be holding your head thinking, how the hell did they just do that? But I think in the end it's going to be Tommaso Ciampa to beat Johnny Gargano. That will keep the ultimate heat on Ciampa going forward, so that he could even possibly be the next challenger for the NXT title.
That's good points. No, I'm in agreement. I think Ciampa's going to win as well. So let's not forget it's unsanctioned, which means there's no rules. So I think that favours a lot more in Ciampa as well. And plus, Gargano now is that over enough now where he could do very well in the main roster, whether it be Raw, SmackDown, or 205, presumably 205 and wherever it's going. So Ciampa by pinfall.
Just one little spanner in the works, because like you said, it's unsanctioned, no rules. Candice LeRae could possibly get involved at one stage as well.
Easily.
Do we want to put some J Money on whether it'll be Candice LeRae or a crutch that comes out first?
Oh, I'm going to put my money on Candice LeRae getting the crutch.
Damn!
Yeah.
Damn! That's good. That is good.
Moving on to the newly formed NXT North American Championship. It's the 6-way ladder match. It's Adam Cole, EC3, Killian Dean, Lars Sullivan, The Velveteen Dream, Ricochet, and I think that's it.
That's it.
That sounds like 6 people.
I think so.
If I have forgotten someone, I'm sorry.
A couple of them names might be 2 names, but sounds like 6 people.
Yeah, I know Adam Cole is doing double duty.
Can't wait for that Velveteen versus Dream match. That's going to be a barn burner.
So, Dave, who is going to win?
What's tough about this match is that all 6 of these men all have legitimate shouts of winning this match. That said,
2 debuts as well.
Indeed. Bear in mind, though, I feel Lars Sullivan and Killian Dane in particular, they have potential for a rivalry in the future. So therefore, I'm leaving them out of winning this.
Okay.
They'll be the ones who'll be throwing people around, and then you have maybe the high flying of Ricochet, and even Velveteen Dream. He has his high flying credentials as well. So that leaves between Dream, Cole, EC3, and Ricochet. The way they hyped EC3 like last week, it makes me think that he'd be the guy to go. But then again, you have Ricochet. But then you have a Dream. But then again, you have Cole. Cole's going to be teaming for a while. So I think that
he's going to be protected. He's not going to be in
exactly. So he's not going to be too involved. So basically,
depends on the timing.
Indeed. So that leaves between Dream, EC3, and Ricochet. I'm going to go EC3.
EC3.
Yeah, EC3 to win it. I just feel he's. He is probably the embodiment of what WWE look for in someone if Bile Fury or whatever, the big muscly man or whatever. So, and I don't know, Ricochet and Dream, they could easily win it as well, but I don't know, I just fancy EC3.
Okay. I see where you're coming from there. The top 1% to go out with the new title. I think because it's his debut, I think that maybe he'd be better cut out chasing the title from the eventual winner.
Okay.
And I think much like yourself, J Money, you got the money, you just need a title. Velveteen Dream is money, he just needs the title. And I think that is what is going to happen this weekend.
Velveteen Dream? Boom.
I think Velveteen Dream is so over with the crowd.
That's true.
He's got the technique, he can hold a rivalry, he can hold it. This would prove now that he can hold a title.
That's true.
And I think
brick by brick by brick.
Exactly, and I think he is going to be the one to take home the NXT North American Championship.
Good call.
I'm going to have to agree with you. And it might be a little bit of predicting with my heart, not my head, but I'm a lover, not a statistician. So I'm gonna go right there with you. It's Velveteen Dream. Why? The man's got talent. The man's got style. Oh, God, can that man have a match? Yep. My favorite match in recent memory is him and Aleister Black.
Or the match that was.
Oh, my God. If he can give one more of those as champ or as challenger during his remaining time in NXT, man, they'll have gotten their money's worth.
Yeah,
indeed.
For sure. We saw some really good entrances from Velveteen Dream as well at the last takeovers.
This is
WrestleMania weekend. Wonder what entrance he's going to get now.
Oh, it's going to get turned up to Purple 11.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And he had,
Prince
what was it? You mentioned that match against Aleister Black. He had the tights that had Black's face on it.
Yep.
I wonder if he'll have the tights that has all 6 men's faces on it. 3 on each leg.
Ooh.
There you go.
Or
with
even
the title on the crotch.
Or and the North American symbol on his back.
The North American symbol on his arse. So we'll move on to
of course.
NXT Tag Team Titles now after this. It's the Undisputed Era, of course. Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole's going to be filling in because of Bobby Fish's unfortunate injury against the Authors of Pain, of course, Akam and Razar. And then the team that has been put together by William Regal, just recently, Roderick Strong and UK champion Pete Dunne in a triple threat match for the tag titles. I'll go first on this one, and I think the Undisputed Era are going to retain. Authors of Pain are gone, I think, after TakeOver. I think it's time for them to go up to the main roster. I think so. I think they should have went up after the Royal Rumble, but they didn't, so we'll have to forget about that. Roderick Strong, Pete Dunne is a team that has just been put together. Do you really put the titles on them, especially with Pete Dunne already having the tag title or the UK title? Does he need to double gold it? He is that good to hold it, no doubt about it. But I don't think WWE would see it that way. So yes, I'm going to say Undisputed Era to get the win. Adam Cole to pin Roderick Strong.
Good call.
Ooh, going for the double points. I hadn't thought about it. I was going to say Authors of Pain, for the simple reason that I think how do you make them lose? You know, how do you construct a context in which anything other than them winning makes sense? It's hard to do. But you're right. I hadn't thought about that. It might be their time to get called up. The ultimate question now is not who's going to win, but how light is the main roster on tag teams, which I hadn't thought about. And maybe you're right. Maybe I think there's a space for them at the top. We've seen a lot of the same matches for a long time, and a lot of those we're seeing again this weekend on the main card. Congratulations, sir. You have convinced me. I'm going to change my prediction from Authors of Pain to retain, because I don't think Pete needs it. I think they're there to put in a great match and to get some big names that don't fit anywhere else on the card in the card. I could see AOP going up, and let's stick with the Undisputed Era for a while.
They're working. They're working in NXT, so why not just?
And there's no need. I don't think there's any need for those guys anywhere else, right?
No.
The thing is as well, like for me, I'm with you guys. I'm going with Authors of Pain, or not Authors of Pain, Undisputed Era, with Roderick pinning. Roderick getting the pin by. I'll go with O'Reilly instead of Cole. Okay. But the simple reason is AOP is likely to go up to the main roster afterwards, and also as well as just Strong and Dunne working together, I still sense there could be a rivalry between them in the future. Like, you know, I feel like it's one of those rivalries that, although they're working well now, when the going gets tough, and because like Dunne is more likely to go heel, he could be the one to turn on Strong, and the rivalry could set over that. And their matches are quality. Have you seen their match between them? Like they can do very well, and they'll be fine. Like there's still tag teams in the backgrounds that are going to be around. Like there's TM61 that they're just coming out from injury. There's Mustache Mountain that are injured at the moment. So they'll be fine eventually. So
you've got the Street Profits there as well.
Of course, so they'll be fine. I'm with Surface.
I think it also could be the last time we see Roderick Strong in the NXT ring.
Think so.
I think he did spend some time in 205 Live in the tournament.
That's a good point.
He could move up there full time, but he might stay for a little longer just for a rivalry. Pete Dunne, I'm not too sure. We'll move on then to the Women's Championship, NXT Women's Championship. Shayna Baszler gets her rematch against the champion Ember Moon. Ember Moon just came out with a win last time against Baszler at the last takeover in at the Royal Rumble, I should say, in Philadelphia.
Right.
Jay, who is taking home the belt?
Shayna Baszler is taking home the belt, and side prediction, this will be the first of a 4-0 weekend for the UFC.
Oh, really?
So Baszler, Rousey.
Oh, we're gonna get there.
Oh no, no, don't give it away just yet.
We're gonna get there.
Okay.
That 4-0, I'm thinking of it, and that's very interesting. That's a big call.
It's a huge call.
Yeah.
I'm all about the big bets, baby. I think she's going over. Yeah, you've been killing it down there.
Absolutely.
Killing it.
Yeah,
absolutely. No, Baszler all the way with this. Moon, again, that's one of these people who's likely to be moved up to main roster as well. But Baszler, by vicious submission, vicious choke.
Yeah.
Even the armbar, she's had
We're thinking
lately.
a Brock Randy type finish, maybe.
Ooh.
How vicious are you willing to go on this?
I don't know.
It's kids' TV, sir.
But it's NXT. It's not exactly the main roster, so but I'm going to stick with the submission.
Submissions.
Anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to agree. I think it was so close last time. The only way for this to progress forward is for Baszler to actually take the title. I think it is time for her to take it. She has shown that she can perform well in the NXT ring. She can cut promos when she needs to as well. She can carry that championship. And there are women coming back that can challenge her and can help her out as well. You got like Peyton Royce, you've got Billie Kay, there's Nikki Cross, of course, as well, that's around. So yeah, I take Baszler by submission as well, probably a chokehold or something. And Ember Moon, unfortunately, is going to lose, and not lose badly. She'll put up a fight, but
Okay.
it's definitely Baszler.
Baszler.
Shayna Blazer. would have
Sorry,
been
I keep
much
looking at
better.
your Blazer, and it's getting me distracted. I'm sorry.
That is the point. That is the point.
So moving on to the main event of the night, it's going to be Andre Cien Almas, the current NXT champion, against Aleister Black, the currently undefeated Aleister Black as well.
Well, one-on-one competition.
In
Let's keep
one-on-one
that in mind,
competition, yeah. For the NXT title. Dave, who is going to win this?
My heart has Black all the way, like, for this, like, because, like, Aleister Black is my favourite NXT guy by country mile at the moment.
Makes sense.
And he has beaten Almas before. And there is hints of Almas as well being called to the main roster, but I'm just not sure. Simply because, like, he's a different man now with, like, Selena Vega now on his side. So I just have a feeling something's going to happen, and Almas will retain. But I'm going with my heart in this one. I'm a lover unlike a fighter like yourself. So in this case, I'm going to go with Black by pinfall.
Okay. It is a difficult one.
It is very difficult.
I can see reasoning behind both winning. Just for this, yeah, I think yes, I think it's time for Aleister Black maybe to have the title back. Then again, does Cien Almas win, and a certain Drew McIntyre is meant to be coming back soon as well, coming back to get his title. No,
he may be in the main roster. Who knows?
No, he wouldn't put him back that quickly. Yeah, Black Mass, 1, 2, 3. Black is ending the show as champion, because if you look at, say, WWE and NXT as a TV show, this is the series finale. And how would they want the series finale to end? Happy or on a cliffhanger? You can't really end it on a cliffhanger with Almas as champion, because it's just continuing. So in a happy with Black as the champ. So Aleister Black is going to walk out as NXT champ.
Couldn't agree more. I think he's been running through people down there, putting together incredible matches, incredible stories, incredible moments. He's been laying out the motions and the emotions. I you know what? I would watch that show more closely with him at the helm.
Yeah,
Fully
agree.
One side note before we move on to WrestleMania. I just thought of one other thing about the tag match.
Oh.
What if War Machine turn up? They're short attack teams, as we said. Right in there.
That's
Are you thinking insert in the match or running?
Well, after the match, like similar to what the Spirit Era did at the end when Sanity won. Something similar to that.
There you go. There's your cliffhanger on the season finale for the tag division.
Yeah, that is what you want, really, isn't it?
If AOP are gone, there's the space.
Boom.
Filled.
Yeah. Undisputed Era, I think they've finally gotten rid of, like, the big dominant tag team and Authors of Pain, and War Machine just walk out. They don't even have to do anything. They could just walk out.
Physically exist.
Yeah, they could just stand in front
They
of
could
them.
just show up.
Yeah.
So
It is the best way to get them. They will show up on that show somewhere. I think you're right, Dave. Will they have any?
Yeah, you are excited for this one, boy.
Woo!
Right.
So yes, that is our NXT Takeover predictions. Now moving on to our WrestleMania 34 predictions. A huge card to start off it. And
13 matches.
13 matches.
My God.
That's including the pre-show.
Too much wrestling.
Too much wrestling.
That's not a thing, because that's never true.
Yeah.
That's never true.
Well, too much wrestling this weekend. So then
If you head to the Low Blows party, you're watching NXT from 6 p.m. and you are finishing Mania at 6 a.m.
Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
With classic WrestleManias in between.
Oh, God.
Wall to wall, baby.
It's a good time to be a fan.
It's a good time to be a fan.
This is like Christmas week for
No pun
wrestling
intended,
fans.
just see if you're watching.
Thank you for being a fan. I don't know who told you could use my slogan in your show. It's not the best Justy I've ever done, but it's close.
Oh, God. WrestleMania.
Locked.
So WrestleMania. So we're going to start off with probably the two probably most difficult matches to pick a winner of.
Okay.
Because there's so many.
That's true.
First off, Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Yes.
So, new show.
Mm-hmm.
J Money.
This is such a dice roll. What Patriot player will be available this year? I could not tell you. Big guys who don't have matches. We're talking maybe Samoa Joe or Bray Wyatt, maybe an Elias. Elias was my pick for the Rumble. Elias is my pick to be my best friend. I love me some Elias. Nothing will make me happy, and he's a big guy, so you can explain it. Nothing will make me happier than if Elias got his hands on that. But that being said, Matt Hardy. It's hard to argue against that.
Yeah. Could we see a return of Jeff?
You could, but the only reason that would make sense is if you get Matt and Jeff in there together and you're building for something else. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Oh, I would love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be huge.
Well, then it'd be better to hold off to maybe than Raw after Mania.
After Mania. Yeah. That makes more sense to me. Yeah. He comes out and he's like, I got my gold. And then here come the tights on the sleeves.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool.
So Matt Hardy.
Are we thinking anybody from the night before? Side one. Are we thinking maybe like a Pete Dunne might make an appearance? Are we thinking maybe
I'm thinking
a
for
AOP?
the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, it's normally like a
bigger wrestler, yeah.
Not so much a bigger wrestler, but it's there to sort of like a Money in the Bank. It's for the guys that need that push forward now.
Yeah,
the guys that they want to start
Lars Sullivan
pushing.
straight away.
You think Lars Sullivan's going to show?
Lars Sullivan
Easily.
It could be. Killian Dean was in it last year, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
Oh, that's true.
And then Baron Corbin actually was in it
both
the year
AOPs,
before, and he ended up winning it.
Both AOPs.
No, they
won't.
No, they won't do that.
No?
That'll be a night.
That's
after,
a Raw.
That's
after
a Raw
Mania.
after Mania.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go with. I love the idea of Matt Hardy. What if Goldust won the whole thing? How mad would that be?
Oh, that would make me so happy.
It would be brilliant for Goldust.
Yeah.
I had an idea who I thought it could be.
Okay.
I thought originally it might have been the Big Show. Because it was coming to the end of his contract. He said he was going to retire. And then he pulled a Mark Henry on all of us by signing a new multi-year deal and saying he's not retiring anytime soon. Also, I think he's going to be in another match later on.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. What if someone else returned?
This is the match Undertaker really wanted.
How did they do a battle royal? They put everyone in the ring, don't they, straight away? No one actually has an entrance.
Start with everyone in.
No one has an entrance.
No one has an entrance.
Yeah.
I think if someone had an entrance, we could see the return of Neville.
Neville?
Yeah.
That's a big call.
But I don't think so.
No. Nah. It would be such a well-kept secret.
Someone from SmackDown won it last year. It would have to be someone from Raw this year.
Oh, God only knows.
I think they're going to go... I'm just going to go out there because this is like basically picking...
Who's
like
the best,
picking up a
worst
piece
guy?
of straw. Like
Who's
the best, worst guy? Like, I'm just going to go with Apollo. Apollo to win.
Apollo
because...
Apollo's the best, worst guy. Apollo was better than Elias.
But Elias is already over. He doesn't need this, does he?
It's not a matter of need.
It's a matter of want, but I want this to happen.
I want it to happen.
Someone who's more over.
So, yeah,
someone who needs to be more over.
I'm going to go with Apollo.
To add sprinkles to... We talked about this many times.
Add some sprinkles and sauce to that vanilla.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with... Oh, it's a horrible pick. I'll go with Ty Dillinger. There's a random pick for you there.
Wow.
Ty?
Yeah.
Okay. They've done absolutely nothing with him since he came back. It would make sense.
Yeah, and he'd be over as hell if he won.
This is true.
Who won it? Mojo won it last year, didn't he?
Yeah, but Mojo was never really over.
He's not going to win it again.
No,
it's not why he's not. No, Gronk is busy anyway, so he's not going to do it. Okay, so we'll move on. The picks don't get any easier. The Women's WrestleMania Battle Royal.
Sponsored by Snickers.
Sponsored by Snickers. The inaugural Women's Battle Royal at WrestleMania. Who's going to win this and why? Dave, I'll come to you first.
It's between Bayley and Becky Lynch for me.
Okay.
Becky, because I feel like she's like the next best woman like on SmackDown at the moment, outside the current crop. But then you have the rivalry between Bayley and Sasha, and I feel it's going to play a major part in this match as well.
Yeah.
So it's between those two. I'm going to go with Becky because, like, not only from a patriotic point of view, but I feel that could play a rivalry where it would be between Sasha and Bayley and Becky left, and they'd say Sasha is eliminated by Bayley, and then somehow Sasha Banks distracts Bayley, and that makes Becky win somehow. So I'm going to go Becky through that point. So Becky to win.
Interesting. I thought of Becky too, and obviously the Sasha Banks Bayley is a big storyline going into this. Does that need someone winning it for that rivalry to continue? I don't think so. that rivalry by itself just works.
Yeah.
So that can be the first pay-per-view after Mania.
Absolutely.
Give
That's
it its own
Backlash.
match, give it the 20 minutes, and everyone's going to be happy because those two are fantastic in the ring. It is tough. Interesting that you said about the men's battle royal. Is anyone coming from the night before? Could Ember Moon come from the night before and then go into that?
Easily.
She was in the
words out of
women's
my
battle. She was in the women's Royal Rumble.
Yep.
It could be someone random from NXT though, like a Leah or someone like that though.
No,
So-
they wouldn't. It could be the Iconic Duo.
Yeah, what happened to them actually? Yeah.
They haven't been around for a while.
Yeah.
Supposedly somebody got some work done. We'll leave it at that.
Oh, well, I can only speculate.
That shoulder surgery went great.
Oh yeah. It was a
Yeah,
it was
chip on the
a
shoulder.
big toe reduction surgery. That's what it was. Yeah,
Put a name out there. Come on.
put a name.
Dilly
Out there.
dally.
I'm gonna go with Becky then as well.
Okay.
Solely just for heart reasons, not more head reasons.
Yeah, Becky makes sense. I'm gonna throw it all out the window and say Mandy Rose.
Oh,
nice.
First eliminated from the first ever Elimination Chamber. First eliminated from the first ever Royal Rumble.
And
then she gets the win.
Still kind of crushing it out there.
She's going to be the first ever eliminated from the Women's Battle Royal.
First or last. First or last.
That could be your thing.
There you go. You know, Ricky Bobby. If you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah.
So there you
you
okay. Go. So Mandy Rose, interesting. It's kind of these matches are like shots in the wind, pretty much.
Absolutely.
You know. So we'll move on to the last match of the pre-show.
Right.
The Cruiserweight Championship match. Cedric
this
Alexander, Mustafa Ali. Seen the tournament go on, 16-man tournament. These
Terrific
two reached the
tournaments.
final. Really good tournament. I'm going to go for Mustafa Ali.
Okay.
I had Alexander pegged as the next champion when this tournament started. I didn't think anyone else was going to touch him. But as it's progressed, Mustafa Ali has won me over more week by week.
That's true.
And now I think that he is ready now to win the title. His promos as well that he does by himself kind of records that himself are really good as well. And they're really hitting a mark with the fans as well.
That's
I
true.
think they're hitting a mark with the bookers as well. So Mustafa Ali via pinfall, new Cruiserweight champion.
Okay. What do you think?
I'll agree with that. Slightly different reasons. I think I don't have huge amounts invested in either of them, but I'm going to say that a huge amount more than the other. I'm going to say you want to set the tone early in the night. Titles change hands. Get used to it, folks. I think position on the card gets real important when you talk about matches like this. I think you want to give something to the people structurally for the night to latch onto, and I think it's going to fill that role with a title change.
Nice.
Okay.
So Mustafa Ali's pinfall as well?
Pinfall.
Pinfall.
Okay, I'm going like you talk about who he invested more, and I agree that Ali has definitely shook a chord, especially in this tournament. But Cedric Alexander has been the man to beat. He's been almost the unofficial champion since this whole thing with Enzo has happened. So, and I just feel way more invested in him than Ali. As much as I adore Mustafa Ali, he definitely is a very worthy man, and against any other opponent, I'd choose Ali, but against Alexander, not a chance. So, for me, Cedric Alexander.
This is the last match on the pre-show.
Yeah.
So the feelings that you would feel right now if Mustafa Ali was to win, that joy, that jubilation, that pop. Maybe that's the kind of emotion you want to be carrying into the broad sweeping camera angle that comes out over the opening of WrestleMania.
Indeed.
Exactly.
Indeed.
There you go. Get Mustafa out there. He's going to get the crowd. You got to get the crowd going.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's Alexander for me, though, I'm afraid. So. Either way, it'll be a nice image. Just put it that way, because both are deserving.
Well, it'll be a nice
deserve.
image for you because you just won the point. So that
Yeah.
you know,
You're thinking too competitive. I mean, think of the enjoyment.
that's why it's a prediction league, Dave. We've got to think about the points,
Okay.
not about what you want to happen. Move on to the main show, and we're going to
We
start
both picked
with
from the hearts, by the way.
yeah, kind of actually.
Yeah, so I can
We'll start off with the tag team match from SmackDown. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And I don't think anybody's going to be happier watching an entrance than Daniel Bryan's.
Watching his own entrance.
Watching his but look,
Happy to be there.
just to see him back in the ring to being competing
Oh, no.
is just going to be fantastic.
It is indeed.
I can't wait for it. Just to see the music, the whole 70,000. Yes, all the way down.
Yeah.
It's going to be great to watch.
Mm.
Might be a little emotional.
It probably will be.
It is a really tough one. Obviously, the stipulation that we know of is Owens and Zayn win, they get reinstated. If not, they remain fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a curveball for this first one
Okay.
because it's kind of difficult with the stipulation to pick a winner. I thought there's no way Daniel Bryan is going to lose his first match back.
Mm.
They can't do that to Daniel Bryan.
Mm.
But then they do that, and then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are still gone. Do you move them back over to Raw this early? They're only a year gone.
Yeah. I mean, they switch enough often enough, don't they?
Um,
With a very good reason. And Mick Foley isn't over in Raw anymore. Like, that's why they left in the first place.
True.
So,
I think something else is going to happen.
what's that?
One of either Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan's turning heel. It's the only way to get...
Which one?
Which one? Would you really think Daniel Bryan would turn heel on that after that entrance that we just talked about 10 minutes ago?
He has
Let's
been
go.
their friend for 15 years. Does Daniel Bryan want to be the man to not just fire them once, fire them twice by beating them? And I think what was very important was this past week on SmackDown was what Sami Zayn said. He was apologising in advance to Brie for the man that's going to return to her after WrestleMania.
That's a great point.
They turned Daniel Bryan heel. That little faction of those three would clean up
That would be
as
fire.
well.
That would be fire. Hot fire.
So I think Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to win. I think Kevin Owens is going to pin Shane McMahon because Daniel Bryan is going to turn on Shane.
Wow, that's a big call.
It's a huge call.
Dave?
It's a very good point. And when you think about it as well, there are rumours that Daniel Bryan, regardless, is going to step down as GM. Now, where it's that,
Yes, if he's going back to be an actor.
that's the thing. Now, where that's on his own accord or being fired, we don't know.
Yeah.
So if he's gone back to main roster,
And they wanted to build up for a Shane versus Daniel Bryan match at some point as well. What better way?
That's fair.
it makes too much sense. It makes too much sense.
You're on board with this?
I'm going board with this. I'm going to go also Owens. No, Zayn pinning Shane in this case. So,
Okay.
So
I like the theory. I'd be happy with that. I'd like to see how that plays out. I'd like to see it happen.
so many tears for so many reasons.
So many tears. However, between predicting the last batch of matches and this match, we have entered the twilight zone of Mania rules.
Right.
Mania rules now apply, which means we are no longer talking about wrestling.
That's very true.
We are no longer... If you want wrestling, tune in a day after or 6 days before.
Yeah.
We are no longer talking about wrestling.
Bear
We
that
are
in mi-
talking about blockbuster production for a thing.
Yeah. We said this last year when we were predicting Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. Just so you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, this is not something that I've come up with myself.
No.
Yeah.
I have a guy for that. I think that the opportunity to have D-Bry go over on his return is too big to pass up for the biggest show of the year. I can't see them letting that opportunity
Just
slide
before you say that, can I just throw this your way?
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Bryan returns to the place where he had his best moment
biggest
as a
moments.
wrestler.
When he won the world title.
When he won the world
WrestleMania
title.
30.
How much better is the shock factor than if Daniel Bryan turns heel in the place? He does the ultimate face accomplishment of winning the title
Yeah.
to then doing the ultimate heel.
I love it.
Yeah, it just
You know what?
it's so
I
good.
hope you're right, and
Yeah.
I don't think you are.
Okay, so you think that Daniel Bryan is just going to...
I'm gonna go KO over Shane. Sorry, Shane over. Sorry, D-Bry over KO.
Yeah, pin to just to... Is it going to be like a Shawn Michaels to Ric Flair saying,
Yeah.
"I'm sorry, I love you"?
love you.
Yeah, and then he does the flying knee 1, 2, 3.
I'd like that too.
Yeah,
I'd like that too.
the possibilities from this match is endless, and it's so good.
I will propose a slightly less ambitious and impressive potential storyline position for KO and Sammy. Imagine a continuation of a cross-brand invasion angle with those two men.
Okay.
They become like a really talented Heath Slater undrafted.
Okay.
We've got kids.
It would be interesting if they were to continue to be fired. Because WWE have a lot of agreements with the like.
Plus.
Let's just throwing this out
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is fantasy booking now for myself.
Yeah.
Do we find them on Evolve next
That's
week?
Evolve, Progress, OTT.
Can you imagine that?
Could you
Can
imagine?
you imagine?
Can you imagine?
Scrappermania is in May.
No, man, you got to roll them out for Tivoli. You got to just surprise at the Tivoli.
How good would it be if, like, you know, like the smoking area doors where the stadium is, they come running through there, run through the crowd into the ring.
Can you imagine that?
I can't,
Yeah.
but I can dream it.
You can dream it. You can
Yeah.
dream it. No, but they did an angle like that before as well when Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were Kevin Steen and El Generico in Ring of Honor. Like, they had an angle where Owens was fired and eventually forced his way back in, like through manipulation, so on and so forth. So it's not uncommon.
Okay.
It's familiar grounds for him, if anything.
We'll move on to the Raw sort of general manager tag match.
Right.
Yeah.
After this, it's a mixed tag match. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey against Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie and Triple H's video package 2 weeks ago on Raw was brilliant.
It was.
It set up this match so well, as they are the ultimate bad guys in this.
Yeah.
They want you to
hate
make
them
sure
so
that you
much.
hate them
Oh, we do.
and that you
Yeah.
love Ronda. And then Ronda took her first bump this week through a table. Looked a bit awkward. I'm not going to lie.
Would we say it looked like her fault?
I'm with you. I think it wasn't. It was.
I wouldn't say it's more her fault. I just think it's Stephanie just like lifted her and just dropped her.
And let's not forget, Stephanie's not a wrestler. Periods.
Stephanie
So-
is not a wrestler. She has more experience though than Ronda in wrestling.
This
But-
is true.
She's not as like. She is. She's personal trainer tough, according to
Personal
to
trainer
Ronda,
tough.
So
Trust fund tough.
Thank you.
Trust fund tough. I'll go first on this one. Like, I didn't think Daniel Bryan would be able to lose on his match back. I know Ronda Rousey's not losing on her first match.
Right.
Not at WrestleMania. No way. She's going to get the pin and all. So Ronda Rousey to pin Stephanie McMahon.
okay.
Tap out Stephanie McMahon.
Tap out, yeah.
Tap out
Armbar Stephanie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same. Like Ronda Rousey by arm break.
Yeah.
By arm break.
Arm break.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be surprised if
Even
she
Angle.
actually made Triple H tap out instead.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Like
surprise me.
she choked her down. You choked her down to one knee on Ross. So I never know. So
I was
pretty
kind
good.
of hoping she was actually going to give him a choke slam at one point. 'Cause he-
Can you believe that? Yeah. But she slammed him over a table, so you never know. So
I think probably one of the easiest predictions of the weekend. Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, close your eyes real tight and just dream of the Monday After Raw headline segment that they're going to run, where it's like Ronda returns. It's going to be like USA Today and ESPN, just headlines, Rolling Stone headline thrown in there for good measure. It'll be like the Batman just spinning the paper at the
Yeah.
screen. They're going to love it.
Ronda Rousey has Stephanie's arm.
Ronda
Right, home
Rousey
with her.
wins debut match in WWE. There's
Ronda's
that.
back.
Yeah, there
Boom.
you go.
Ronda's back.
Moving on to the tag team titles from SmackDown.
Okay.
Triple threat match. The Usos against the New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers.
This isn't easy, yet.
Dave,
This isn't easy.
I'll let you go first.
Because
with this
Bludgeon
prediction.
Brothers are booked so strong right now. Like I love the New Days and the Usos. I'll never get sick of that rivalry. That's one of those rivalries that you have so many matches. And everyone else in the world be fed up with. You'd never want to see it anymore. It's like Zayn and Owens, or it's like Okada and
Kenny.
Okada and Takahashi.
Right.
You'd never get sick of that rivalry. But
Also, Kenny.
or Kenny and Jamaica as well, of course. But in this case, like, oh no, like I just can't see Bludgeon Brothers losing for some reason, unless they are somehow compromised, like similar to AOP are in NXT,
Yeah.
maybe there and then. But even then, because the New Day are, I think, are due on WrestleManias in particular. They've been having smaller appearances, or being hosts, or we're just there to fill a show. Fill a show. I think they're overdue at WrestleMania. They haven't had a WrestleMania moment as such, or at least a legitimate one. So I'm gonna go with Big E to pin Jay.
Okay.
I can agree with you. I think the nature of the match is the triple threat. You can continue to book the guys strong. You can continue to book the Bludgeon Brothers strong. I'm surprising exactly no one. I'm a huge New Day fan, So I'm gonna bet with my heart on this one and say, yeah, New Day leave at that big moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. When we had our last prediction video, Ian Kelly from Dynamo's does, and of course, if you haven't seen it, you can check out when he was on the podcast as well. He said that the bigger payoff for WrestleMania is for the face team to win the titles.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is right. I think that the New Day are going to win the titles. I'm going to have Kofi Kingston pinning. Yeah, it will have to be one of the Usos because you want to keep the Bludgeon Brothers strong.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, the Kofi Kingston to pin Jimmy Uso.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you pick anyone?
I didn't pick it because I like intentionally. The Usos are so interchangeable. How can you pick who's going to take the pin on that one?
Yeah.
I'll take the other combo with Kofi over Jay.
Okay. Right,
Cool. So we'll move on to the Raw Tag Team titles now.
Mm.
It's going to be Sheamus and Cesaro, the Bar, against Braun, and we thought it was going to be Brains Strowman, but it wasn't exactly going to be. We're going to throw in an extra point in this if you can correctly guess who Braun's tag team partner is going to be. So
You dropped some hints earlier. Do you want to go first on this one?
Yes,
Yeah, you
I
did.
will.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
I think his tag team partner is going to be the Big Show.
Okay.
We haven't seen him in a while. If he's not in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, I think it's a safe bet that he is going to be involved. He's been involved in WrestleMania week. I think he rang the Wall Street Bell or something like that on Monday or whatever. And he signed a new deal, so he's going to be around for a while. So, yeah, Big Show to team with Braun, and they're going to win the titles.
Okay.
And it's going to be Braun to pin Cesaro.
Okay. Oh, so it's tough, like, you know, because initially it was supposed to be Rey Mysterio, like, but now by injury, like, it's not going to be it, like, so, but yeah, but injury.
Be still my beating heart.
Injury suggests otherwise, unless they book around it, like in WWE they could.
So just have like Braun take part in the match and just Rey to be at the side.
Well, he has his moments, but he isn't completely there. He's not facing a full match, if you like. So there's still the possibility of that, but being safe, I don't think so. Big Show's a very good call, obviously, but I can imagine him being in the Andre the Giant more. I think if they're going to have someone as his partner, it has to be someone we can't expect.
James Ellsworth.
It's a good.
Took the words out of my mouth. That's my bet.
Is it?
That's my bet. It's either going to be Ellsworth or nobody. Nothing else to me makes sense. You can't book a guy as not needing a partner and then say like, oh, okay, I guess we'll give him a partner. You give him nothing. James Ellsworth is as close to human nothing as you can get.
Yeah.
And that becomes fun.
It does.
And you probably get Ellsworth to take the pin, to give the pin as well, because they're going over. I think I would love to see his plan out one of two ways. You bring back Ellsworth. He's been gone just long enough that will be surprising.
Right.
Or you don't give him anybody. You tell him, you see him rip up the rule book, big phone book looking thing, because there's so many rules.
Yeah.
And he has one belt for each arm, and you go for the first. I think that is the most monster booking in the history of wrestling.
It is.
Okay. I agree with that. Oh, well, I don't agree with that, but I agree he's going to win the title. I agree he'll keep the
I think we're probably all in agreement. Braun's walking away with the strap.
Yeah.
Has to. The year that he's had, he has to.
Has to. He's been too
If
good.
only just to hide him away from all, to hide him away from the singles. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go with, obviously, Braun to pin Sheamus with his partner, and this is a huge call now, but there's been rumours about this for a while, because we weren't sure if he's going to come back to WWE or not, but Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley.
That's a call. That is a pretty far out call.
He's too good to be in NXT. I think he doesn't need to go there.
But why does he need to be with Braun?
It's a physical enough partner. It's a physical. Well, Braun is good enough to be to be there without a partner right now.
Yeah, but they don't want to push the button on Braun because I don't think they feel he's ready to carry it yet.
With someone more experienced.
Bobby is able to carry it, I think.
Yeah, someone more experienced could help him with that. Then makes sense in that case.
Look, if it happens on Sunday, you can see me eating a nice big plate of humble pie, right?
It's a big call, but we'll see what happens. So,
we'll move on. Interesting call.
That is an interesting call.
Very interesting call.
I would love it. I would love it. You bring in a jobber and he just carries that jobber for the months.
Yeah. We'll move on to the SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. Is Charlotte Flair ready for Asuka, or will the Queen bow down to the Empress?
Look, you're not going to build something this long and then take it all away. I mean, what is this, Charlotte's PPV streak? Asuka for the belt. Great match. I cannot wait to see that one.
This is I think the match. Bar Nakamura AJ is the match I'm most looking forward to in this whole card. So yeah, I'm Asuka all the way. Very close, tight match. By far and away Asuka's toughest match.
Yeah.
By a pass out submission. Like she won't tap
She's
out,
not
she'll pass
tapping.
outs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the way she won the NXT title against Bayley, she'll pass outs.
Yeah.
So she's too stubborn to lose. So
Fair.
she's a Flair after all. So
Okay, I agree. Asuka's been built up so long. They're actually even putting the days that she's been undefeated for.
yeah,
It's like 908.
Yeah.
You can probably bet that it's going to reach 1,000.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking undefeated streaks, modern era. Who else can even come close to that?
No one.
no one.
I mean, you'd like Goldberg would be the last, right?
She's streets ahead of Goldberg at this stage now. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Asuka is going to win. I do have a little side note for this because we've seen it the last couple of weeks that Carmella has tried to cash in.
Thank you. How would you love to see Asuka gets the Asuka lock on?
Right.
It's like the second hand drop of her being counted out as unconscious.
Yeah.
Carmella cashes in mid hand drop and somehow manages to make that her winning. She's unconscious. It's
WrestleMania.
can't.
It's WrestleMania 32 all over again.
Gets Flair
Or
out of
31 all over
there
again.
and pins an unconscious Charlotte Flair.
It'd be the way to make sure that Charlotte doesn't get pinned and keeps her strong. But the passing out one is probably a better call. I think it is going to be an Asuka submission. But the reason why I think Carmella's going to get involved is because I think she's going to do it twice in one night. I think she's going to try and cash in straight after Asuka wins. Similar to what happened this past week or the last couple of weeks.
Where she tries to cash
Before
in
the
just
match
before
starts,
she does.
she gets knocked out or something
Yeah.
like that. And then she's going to try it again for later on for the Raw Women's title match.
Yeah.
Where I think that will be successful.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
I like that. I like
Um,
that. That is sensible booking instead of ruin the streak and do a cash in. Let's go with that.
Listen, if I don't have a career as a wrestler, I'll have a career as a booker. Don't
go.
even worry
There you
about
Let me tell you, it's safer and more reliable, and people will hate you less.
Yeah. So actually, while we're on the subject of
Right.
it, Raw Women's title, Nia Jax against Alexa Bliss. The way they're running the story, you'd have to think there's only one winner.
Yeah.
Because if you want to be a star and not be a bully, Alexa has to lose.
Yeah.
But will she lose?
Well,
I throw the question out there.
I have wanted a belt on Nia Jax for so long. She's got that same thing where, like, how can you possibly conceive a situation where she loses? Well, you got to throw 4 extra people in there, and then they all have to make her lose. This is it. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first legitimate one-on-one opportunity she's had for a belt. Is that true?
Yeah. Well, I think she had a one-on-one title match in NXT.
She's had several NXT.
I'm talking.
Yeah,
I'm
in
talking.
WWE, no.
Unless Mickey James does something crazy, which I'm not going to rule out, because then you can keep the bad guys bad, you can keep the kids angry. If you're doing a title change with the other women's belt, maybe you don't want to change them both, especially Flair is a little more heely than Asuka, but it's not as stark. Man, I just want to see it on Nia Jax so bad.
Okay, that's good.
I'm going to go with Nia Jax inside a minute.
Inside a minute.
It's going to be a squash match.
Do you really need to do that to Alexa?
Considering the
At
story,
WrestleMania?
I know, but considering the storyline and when you look at the size difference between the two, do you really think she actually has a chance? Like in any way, shape, or form, even by wrestling standards?
Run around the ring, tire her out, sort of thing.
No. Because I'd like one.
She'll play classic heel tactics like holding onto the rope so she can't do anything. Maybe kick the knee out or something like that.
Yeah, no. As much as I like the cash in, I think a cash in could easily happen the week, Monday or Tuesday after. So I'm going to go with a squash.
Okay.
Nia Jax to win.
So here's what I think will happen.
Okay.
I think that the cash in will happen. Okay, but I think it's going to be Nia to win after all of this. So I don't think it'll be a squash. I think Alexa will try and put this out as long as she can. She'll try run around, maybe try and get a count out win so she can get out of it. Nia Jax will run after her, throw her back in, she'll run back out. Like, we'll see that for a little while. I don't think it's going to be the most technical wrestling match you'll see in the night.
I don't think so.
No. I think then after Nia is tired, I think what will happen at one point is Nia be tired, Alexa be tired. I think at one stage you might see the Bliss DT or whatever she calls it, her DDT. She tries to get the pin, 1, 2, kick out. They're both lying down, they're both tired. Then you just hear Carmella's team. She comes out, cashes in, tries to pin Alexa, kicks out. Tries to pin Nia, kicks out straight away. Turns into like a triple threat match. Then Nia pins Carmella. Alexa doesn't have to look as weak. Alexa can say, I never lost a title, I was never pinned, blah, 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 which can continue that rivalry after Mania. And I think for the first ever women's Money in the Bank, I think it's too big that they have to do it at Mania. They can't wait for the night after.
Can't wait for Raw after?
No, I don't think so. I think it's because it was the first ever women's Money in the Bank title.
That's a good point.
She's held it for this long. She's going to be cashing in a Mania, so I think it's that way.
I like
think it's
that.
going to be Nia Jax to pin Carmella for the win.
Okay.
Nice.
So we'll move on. After all that, we'll go to probably, I'm going to say it's my least, the match I'm least looking forward to all weekend. It's the Fatal 4-Way for the US title. Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal versus Rusev. By the way, I forgot to say Happy Rusev Day to both of you.
Oh,
Happy Rusev Day. Happy Rusev
I didn't
Day.
check my
Happy
calendar
Rusev
this morning.
Yes,
I forgot.
and many happy more Rusev days to come.
Many.
So, Jay, we'll let you pick first on this one.
Oh, it's funny. I was looking at the card for Mania and I was like, oh yeah, Randy Orton.
Yeah.
It's just completely, I maybe I haven't been looking closely enough, or maybe he's just been filling a specific role very well. I feel like you've got a known quantity in Randy, and he's gonna keep delivering. He's a guy that I really enjoy. I enjoy his matches. I don't think you can overlook how much fun everyone would have with a belt on Rusev.
Oh, 100%.
I'm thinking Mania will be the Rusev Day to end all Rusev days. I think he's going over. I think that's going to be a hell of a lot of fun to happen. And I think actually the match will be better. I think that every one of those guys in ring is really solid. They're not going to blow the doors off nothing.
Of course.
But 4 people working a smart match,
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
Okay.
No, I agree. Like I'm enjoying the idea of this match way more, especially now that Rusev's involved. Like I was with you, like if it was still a triple threat, but now with Rusev involved, and as you said, if they're good enough to make this match work. So yeah, it's gonna be Rusev Mania, not Rusev Day, Rusev Mania.
Rusev Mania.
Yeah.
I hope they make a T-shirt for that.
Oh, they have to.
would
They have to.
For sale as you are leaving the venue.
Yeah.
Not only is he going to win, he's going to pin. I believe he will pin Mahal as well to win this match.
Okay.
There. You think they're that done with Jinder?
Oh, yes, they're that done.
Well,
Didn't
Mahal
they-
lost clean this week.
he did.
So,
Two?
To Rusev.
To Rusev. as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Yeah,
Fair.
so Rusev Mania, and he's going to bring the tank from WrestleMania 31 as well.
He teased that.
He teased that.
Oh, we're
He's
bringing back the tank. Do you think it'll be the same tank or a bigger tank?
I think
He's got to
tank-
fit. He's got to
a
fit.
tank will
He's
do.
got to fit Aiden in there as well.
I think
the
it
point.
might be the same tank.
What was
I think
Lana in
he's
the tank
spray,
first
I
time?
think that's going to be spray painted.
Was Lana in the tank in
No,
31?
she was on the stage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was on the stage.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
I like the idea of Rusev getting the title. I would love Rusev getting the title. The only problem I have with the possibility of this not happening is Vince is in charge of the booking.
Yes.
He didn't pull the trigger on Breezango when they were so over with the crowd for the tag team titles. He didn't pull the trigger with Rusev and Aiden English when they were so over with the tag team titles. He may not pull the trigger on Rusev.
Yeah, I've come to the conclusion actually Vince McMahon may be tone deaf. Makes
You
sense.
can't hear the difference between way and.
Yeah.
Exactly. All he
So
hears-
you think if you're going full McMahon, you're thinking
Randy keeps it.
You're thinking it stays on Randy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's only after winning it at Fastlane as well.
Ah, but so
There have been a lot. We have
His
been
first
calling.
World Championship was
we have
only
been
a
calling a
month.
lot of title changes.
Yeah.
But just as you mention it, Randy is scheduled to take time off after Romania.
There you go.
What's he doing? He's just taking time,
I think
doing
he's
a
just
movie.
taking time.
Or doing the
Just
movie or
taking, I
something?
think he's going to go back not go back, but go to a more restricted schedule.
Okay.
Because the chap is just beat up. at
He
this
has
stage.
been doing this a while.
Yeah, he is beat up.
He's been wrestling longer than most of us have been drinking, and think about how much damage that's done.
Yeah, he has 2 bad shoulders, I think, doesn't he? So
Yeah.
well, he's had shoulder problems for a while, like, so, and a good few injuries. So
Yeah.
So then, if you say eliminate Randy, then who's going to take it? You have Bobby Roode, Jinder, or Rusev. Could they put it on Jinder? Probably.
easily.
Probably put it on Jinder just to piss everyone off. That one match that pisses everyone off. And that's unfortunate for Randy. For 2 years in a row at WrestleMania, he's in the match that everyone hates the most.
But it might not be the worst match of the year, though. If it's booked the right way.
Yeah.
And we like to think it is. I like to think it is.
We would
I'm gonna because it's Rusev Day, I'm gonna go with Rusev.
Good man.
Oh, it's a good.
I'm gonna
call.
go with
that
Rusev.
day that's in it, you know.
Yeah. And I think he is going to pin Bobby Roode.
Yeah. That's all.
Bobby
Yeah,
Roode.
okay.
Match get kick. Bobby Roode done.
Yeah,
Rusev is the champion. Happy Rusev Day
Rusev
to
Day.
everybody.
Indeed. Only comes 365 times a year.
I know, right? It's not even that often. We'll move on to the Intercontinental Championship now.
Yes.
It is The Miz versus Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor in Finn Balor's first ever Mania.
Indeed.
There's match of the night written all over it for me.
Indeed.
Controversially, not because of Seth Rollins, not because of Finn Balor. I love The Miz.
He's awesome. He literally is awesome.
He is literally awesome. I think that he in particular can make this match just so much fun, so entertaining, tell a story. I don't know who's going to win it. This is the one that I have zero ability to call. I think it makes sense to maybe put it on someone. It can make sense to put it on all of them, so it makes sense for him to lose it, just because that's 2/3 to 1/3. But I like nothing but national pride is saying that it should go on Finn above anybody else, and that he has been so hindered by time that if we're talking who needs their WrestleMania moment, who deserves their WrestleMania moment, I think it's that guy.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Well, both of the other men in that match have had their WrestleMania moments. Finn hasn't yet. The only thing I'll say about this is The Miz is this match away. Like, if he wins this match, he will then become the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of combined days ever. This is his last hurdle.
Yeah.
That's
really-
as much a reason to take it off and must keep it on.
Yeah. Would you take the title off and do Baby Daddy?
Yes, because he probably wants to spend some time raising a damn kid. You know,
That is probably a good idea. That's probably the right
I
idea.
hear that's not easy. I don't even know how many little J Monies are running around out there. But
It's okay. You got the money to pay alimony.
some left. At this point.
He could have been so much richer.
Should have seen how much I was throwing around. That's a vicious cycle.
I imagine.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the national pride on this as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's Finn's first Mania. If Finn had won on Raw this week, I would have said definitely he's not winning because he had beaten like Seth 3 times in a row beforehand.
Okay.
Seth had his moment. Miz had his moment. It's time for Finn to have his moment.
Okay.
Put that title on Finn. And then if you want to do this angle that everybody's hoping that they don't do with him, then do whatever you want. I don't care.
What's the angle they're hoping they don't do?
Turning him
Homosexual.
gay.
Okay.
Yeah.
He
Supposedly the rumours were that Stephanie McMahon wanted... Well, it's not rumours. Stephanie McMahon wanted to have some sort of gay storyline. She pitched the idea to turning Finn a gay. Triple H said, no way in hell. Then a couple of months go by and Finn released a t-shirt with the Balor Club symbol in
Rainbow Balor.
Rainbow Balor, and everybody, most notably on the Irish Wrestling Forum, went crazy.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that he released that t-shirt, so it's obviously meaning that he's turning gay.
Because how could a straight person possibly support gay rights?
Exactly.
This doesn't make sense.
And why would it matter if he was or not?
Why would it matter?
Why would it matter? So
Well, the real question is, if they want to run a gay guy storyline or a gay girl storyline, how does that manifest in the story?
Yeah.
Because you could just turn around and say he was gay the whole time. It's not like he's been Edge and Lita-ing in the middle of the ring. You know?
Exactly. It's not as if he's ever had a romantic sort of storyline with any woman anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter.
And yet they have Goldust and Sonya Deville in the roster.
Yeah.
Well, Sonya Deville, who is the the only openly gay competitor in WWE at the moment before Darren Young left.
Sonya by real life and then Goldust by character anyway. So.
Well, Goldust was more.
Also,
he'd love
just
everybody.
call up Velveteen Dream. Really go all out with it.
Yeah, if you wanted to, you could do that.
I wanted to go way over the top.
But like I said, whether they do that storyline, whether they don't, doesn't really matter. I think at all. I don't think anyone should really care about it, whether or not they are or not. You know.
Let's see.
I would be really interested to see how they do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care either way that they do. If they do it well, I don't know. I've always said that wrestling has this strange ability to be oddly progressive, and that you can kind of put Charlotte on the middle of the Mania poster that year. If you squint real hard, wrestling can tell interesting and progressive stories. Most of the time, it doesn't. Most of the time, it has bra and panty matches. But it has this strange opportunity to do something like that. And I think the time might make sense to do it. I wouldn't hate if they did it. I would just wonder why. And if the answer to that question is good, doesn't matter. It's just another storyline.
Exactly.
It could be good or bad.
So everyone is with Finn.
Well,
you're with Finn. I'm with Finn. I'm thinking he's going to pin The Miz.
Balor for everyone. Balor over The Miz.
I'm going to pick Rollins.
Okay.
You know, as much as I'd like to get Finn to have his moments, and obviously we look at Miz and Rollins, they've all had their moments before. I just feel that they're trying to push Rollins more. Like, you know, no, not saying anything about this possible storyline, which I honestly have to see to believe. Like, you know, and as much as as much as you'd like to see Miz beats that longest reigning thing, the priority for him is having his first day as a Dan now. Like, forget that. Like, as far as he's concerned, he can go on to be what it'd be his ninth time if he wins it again, isn't it? So yeah. So he can get it back again. So yeah, I'm going with Rollins to pin Miz.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So now we'll move on to the two main title matches.
Right.
We're going to start with the dream match that everyone's wanted to see. It's for the WWE Championship. It's AJ Styles.
I thought you were going to say Lesnar Reigns. The dream. Sorry, go on.
Oh, it's the art of the job.
Yeah.
You think that way. But anyway, it's AJ Styles versus the Royal Rumble winner, Shinsuke Nakamura. WWE might tell you you've never seen this match before, but happened before, so just so you know.
Yeah, New Japan just put up a video about that.
They put it out.
It was their free match of the week last week.
Genius.
Just
genius. Yeah.
Good job.
So, who's going to win and why? Dave, you haven't gone first in a while, so I'm going to let you pick first in this one.
AJ's going to win.
AJ's
going to retain. I just feel like one reason they could do this as well, especially in the back of New Japan's free video, it's like, and they're probably going to book this the way anyway, that they've only had one match ever, which was that match, and I think because Nakamura won that one, it could be like they'll probably leave it 1-1 for another match again. So I just feel like, you know, as much as I'd like to see Nakamura win, like, it's one of these matches where honestly could care less who wins. The match, like, it's that one of the things. But I have to call a winner, and I'm just going to go AJ.
I'm similar in your thinking, where I don't care who the winner is. It's just going to be a great match. But in terms of moving forward, I'm going with Nakamura.
Okay.
By pinfall, because I think that the night after Mania on Raw, you're going to see AJ Styles turn up. I think he's going on to Raw.
Okay.
Wow.
Good. Interesting.
So, like I said, great match. Cannot wait for this. Nakamura, Kinshasa, knee to face, as he says, and then 1, 2, 3. Nakamura's the new champ.
So who are you in this?
I don't think both Rumble winners can win, and I think Asuka's going to win. And I think AJ is doing a phenomenal job, no pun intended. I don't see any need to put it on anybody but him. I think he's doing great. I think the match is going to be fire. That you can build. You could do 3 months of that. You could do 3 months of those guys.
Yeah.
Probably won't happen. I could see that belt. I could see AJ losing it to Shinsuke at some point. I don't think it's tonight.
If you move for that, say go for 3 months with it, how then do you work that into? How do you work that storyline to progress it forward after the Mania match if AJ keeps the title?
you got to work the match in such a way that both men admire each other to the point at which they want to do it again, but not with such immediacy that there needs to be something else more pressing for the story to happen first. Like they both are fine with that match happening again. They both would love to see how much further they could push each other.
Yeah,
makes sense for one.
Would a heel turn work?
A heel turn can always work. Never turn your back on a heel turn.
The question is who. Like, you know,
I think some of AJ's best work in WWE has been a heel.
Yep, I think so too, and I think the language barrier would negate Shinsuke from doing that in a big way. And another slightly more left field reason for I think AJ to win is if we're saying people like Asuka are going to win, people like Finn are going to win, you need some big flag waving America moments, and that is a Southern boy right there.
There you go.
That keeps the base strong.
Indeed.
Interesting. That's a very good point at the end.
It's New Orleans. It's the South.
It's New Orleans.
So, AJ, Naka,
AJ.
Okay. Interesting. Now we move on to the final match. The end of this marathon of predictions is here. Brock Lesnar going up against Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship.
I think this is an easy pick for me anyway. So
okay.
We'll make it easily so.
Roman all the way. Roman all the way. I am.
Okay.
Again, this is mainly because I'm so fed up of Brock Lesnar being champion. So.
Okay.
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 You two guys know something I don't?
No,
I actually agree with you.
No.
I gasped because I left something out, which we'll get to in a second.
Okay. No, but again, like the way they're booking it as well, where he demands respect now, and I feel that side from I don't think it's going to make him so much more a face. I think WWE maybe they are going to try and make him a face, but a different type of face. And not like I think they're trying to do something of it now. It could be like a similar Undertaker American Badass thing where. Like, you know, he demands respect now, but he has a face way of it. Like, the way he did it, so, and that could eventually, I think, make him more over with the crowds. And you notice now that he's not getting as much booze as he has before. It could be a different story at Mania, but...
They've booked it a lot better. I think they're going to get a different reaction at Mania because it's a more international crowd.
That's true.
And my problem with Roman has always been, he can actually wrestle.
Yeah,
he was my favorite.
He
was my favorite part of the Shield back in the day. I was wrong. I'm willing to admit that. But his feud with Cena made me like both of those guys a lot more. Yeah. He was getting his ass handed to him, and he stepped it up a little bit on the mic. I'll give a guy props.
And Cena challenged him as well, and he responded. So.
See, they actually went at it a little bit right there, and I think he got walked into the ground, but he looked good doing it, right? So, I think that's one in the column for Roman. I think that he's grown as a more rounded performer. I could see him doing a better job as maybe he's been tasked with in the past. That being said, Brock is one of the all-time baddest dudes to ever hold that thing, kayfabe or no, and anyone but Roman, right? Anyone but Roman. If somebody has to beat him, anyone but Roman.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. I'm going with Reigns.
Okay,
I'm going with Reigns is going to take this title. I think they've done a much better job building this match than they did 2 years ago, for sure. People are more invested in Roman now. Like you said, we'll see on Sunday if people actually are.
I don't think it makes a difference if the international crowd's been
No, I think Vince will throw it out the window whether or not he won't care about the reaction.
Okay.
It is Mania rules. Wrestling does not apply.
Exactly. So I think it is going to be Roman to win. It's interesting what Paul Heyman said on Monday about Brock is going to be saying goodbye from the UFC. The rumor says he's going to be going back to the UFC. So
the Broctagon.
The Broctagon, exactly. So yeah, I think it could be the last time we see Brock for a while. So Roman to win via pinfall from the spear. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
You're Brock, are you?
I'm continuing the streak for the UFC of the night. I think Brock takes it. I think Brock is at a position where he could stand there on Raw the following night and say, "Oh, I am leaving, and I'm giving up this belt. I'm dropping it on the ground, or I'm taking it with me." They have other titles,
but they only did that recently with Dolph. Would they do it again?
Hey, who I think anyone but Roman.
Anyone but Roman, yeah. Okay.
Or Carmella cashes in. She pulls a Rollins.
2 failed attempts.
Yeah, she fails twice in the women's matches. Carmella for new Universal Champion.
Wow.
They'll rename it the Inter-Universal Championship after.
There's a cliffhanger. But before we finish up, actually, speaking of cliffhangers, any possibility of Undertaker showing up?
That's what I was going to say. We did miss one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we won't do a match prediction.
Yeah, this is more
We'll do a
happen,
prediction. Will a match happen?
Will it happen? Won't it happen?
I would love if it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I just think, it's the he's behind you of wrestling, but for once he's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's just no. I wanted it and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
How interesting a story is that to tell? If the role of wrestling and in many ways is to continue to surprise people as the incredible unique format that it is, what would surprise you more than a 6-week build to something that does not happen?
It doesn't need to happen either.
Doesn't need to happen. But then do you
Let me
just
tell you,
have...
it's going to happen.
Do you just have...
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Do you just have Cena then sitting in the front row for the whole of the 7 hours?
Yeah.
Put him
there
obviously
as a
opposite the hard camera so you can see his reaction. But to every match.
Pretty much. Yeah, he's a fan.
They've done this.
You have him host. Do what not formally, but do what they use. Do what the New Day did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think a match is going to happen either. But I think they're going to build to one for next year.
So there'll be a bong maybe at some stage in the crowds.
No. So you
They're
think
doing a year-long build.
3 separate questions. 3 separate questions. Will a match happen? You've said no.
No.
Independently of that, will Undertaker show up?
Yes.
Will a match with Cena and Undertaker ever happen?
Yes.
There we go.
How much on?
WrestleMania 35
in New York.
New York. I'll be there watching it. I think that's what happened. He did it with The Rock and Cena a couple of years ago the once in a lifetime. The first of the once in a lifetimes.
Yeah. The Hell Freezes Over tour.
Yeah. So I think they're going to do that again.
All right.
And yeah.
There we go.
The match will not happen. Taker will show up. They'll build towards a match at New York.
I can't disagree with you.
No.
Much of that.
I love even if Taker just gives them a chokeslam or a tombstone, just leave Cena there and then just walk out.
Yeah.
But the only thing, I don't want to see Dead Man Taker.
American Badass Undertaker.
I think you have
He left the hat in the ring.
That's the thing you have to do. Well, see, the thing is, he already did show up at the Raw 25 and without the hat and stuff like that.
He didn't. Doesn't have,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean he can't just be like, oh well, go with
But
this
then
instead.
wouldn't that be more of a giveaway then?
Let's not forget
that the rules are made up.
It is
And let's
Mania.
not forget-
It is Mania
and
weekend.
let's not forget-
let's not forget who is getting inducted to the Hall of Fame this weekend as well.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
Oh damn!
Mm.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm inclined to agree.
Could John Cena be Braun Strowman's partner?
Well, then we're getting into the other. I was saying there's 2 other positions.
He's a free agent.
For Cena. Cena could show up there. I don't think that needs to happen though. As fun as it would be.
No.
But you may remember earlier in the show, I said that I believe that it will be a 4-0 night for the UFC. I think we got Shayna, we got Ronda, we got Brock. And the return of CM Punk! The UFC's own Chicago-made Punk.
No, really.
That'll be the day.
Come on out, Undertaker. The crowd's going, Undertaker. And then it's just cult of personality. A boy can dream.
Boy, can dream.
That
would be the biggest pop of the year.
Pop of the year.
of the decades.
Are we talking season finales? Talking
yeah.
season finales.
On that note, just one more I want to throw in there because I like this fantasy book.
Yeah, fantasy book. Yeah,
I like this.
These are even Mania rules thrown out the window.
There's Mania rules
if
thrown
you
out.
don't want to keep watching, that's fine. But we're going to keep fancy booking for next 20 minutes.
Just pause. We're going to send in a madness. Right back with you.
Cena come out Undertaker. No one's there.
Right.
If you smell what The Rock
Dun.
is cooking.
Bow.
Yeah.
Rock again.
Also, they have their Legends moments every year, don't they?
They do. Hulk Hogan.
No, they won't. They won't do that.
Think the return of Hogan He's finally back in the books.
Yeah, it's been talked about.
Once again, I think that's better as a night after Mania. It will still get a big pop at Mania.
Because your Legends moment is your Hall of Fame parade.
Yeah. So yeah, but The Rock comes out again saying, "Oh, you were saying you were looking for Taker, blah blah blah. Well, I'm here, and rock bottom or whatever." Sends the crowd home happy. I don't know why Cena's now suddenly become a jobber, but
I love it.
Yeah,
It was the best Cena's work, best work of Cena's career, as far as I'm concerned. Where he's just started just picking up mics and laying into people and losing.
There you go.
I love it. I've become a legit, no questions asked, fan in the last year, 18 months.
Is that awesome?
Well, on that note, that is our predictions for TakeOver and WrestleMania.
Oh no! Thought we banned him from this podcast studio. Oh no!
On that note, that is our prediction league.
And that is us doing videos in general now after that.
Boom.
After that. You can't assault the guests today.
It was...
No.
It's real to me, damn it. That was our prediction league video anyway, so make sure to check us out anyway on Facebook at facebook.com/The Kickout Wrestling, or Twitter at The Kickout Live, or Instagram at The Kickout Wrestling, my Twitter at Dave Bandana, Daragh.
Mars Bar.
Mr. J Money, where can we find you?
First of all, thank you so much for having me. I had an absolute blasty blast. I will see you guys on Sunday, where we're going to watch all this go down.
Indeed.
We're going to see you. I'll see you guys at the Lobos party in Buskers in Temple Bar.
Indeed.
Fantastic stuff.
Look forward to it.
You can find me everywhere at J Money Worldwide. And guys, I'll see you then. Oh wait, final shameless plug: the J Money World Tour rolls on.
Nice.
Fight Factory episode 5, and at episode 6, you will see J Money fight Jordan Devlin for the Irish Junior Heavyweight Championship. We're looking at somewhere. We're looking at early June and early August for those fights.
Excellent.
Awesome stuff.
Can't wait.
Must see Graps TV.
Look forward to it. Couldn't put it better myself.
Thank you so much for coming in today, and
Thank you for having me.
Everybody else, I hope you enjoy your WrestleMania weekend. If you agree with our predictions, let us know. If you disagree, tell us what you think is going to happen. And until the next prediction video, have a great week.
Shake your money maker. Shake your money maker. Shake your money maker.